Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy, Mark, and Burk, talking about movies and movie trailers.
Yes, and we have our rainbow logo up.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
Ties into this film.
Yes. And this is a new film that is coming out. It's a Tamil language romantic musical called, I'm going to give it a shot here. And if I butcher it, please, feel free to let me know.
They will.
Yeah. Natchathiram Nagargiradhu.
That's good.
I'm going to go with that. Natchathiram Nagargiradhu. It translates in English to The Star Moves, directed by Pa, which is an easier name easier word to.
Maybe Nagargiradhu.
Nagargiradhu.
Natchathiram Nagargiradhu.
Unfortunately, the LGBTQ and political themes always tie up together, and that's where we are.
Unfortunately, Why is that a political issue?
I know. Why is that political?
But it's interesting that they're doing a romantic comedy that deals with that. So obviously, we don't know what that's about. We'll watch the trailer and have our thoughts after we take a look at it. Yeah,
this will be cool.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay,
ready to roll the trailer?
Yep.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Action.
லவ் பத்தி ஒரு நாடகம் பண்ணலாம். கண்டெம்பரரி லவ். இந்த காலத்து காதல் கதையா?
தாலி கட்டினா மட்டும்தான் நம்ம லவ் கண்டினியூ ஆகுனா அப்போ லவ்வோட வேல்யூ அவ்வளோதான்.
கைஸ், எதுக்காக நமக்கு ஒருத்தங்களை லவ் பண்ற அளவுக்கு பிடிக்கும்?
எனக்கு என்ன விருப்பமோ அவனுக்கும் அதே தான் விருப்பமா இருந்தது. என் சிரிப்பு, என் அழகு எல்லாத்துக்கும் நான் மட்டும்தான் காரணம்னு உணர்த்தினான்.
யாரு நீ? எப்படி என்ன இவ்வளோ சீக்கிரமா ஆக்கிரமிச்சிட்ட?
அப்ப ரோஷினி உனக்கு ஏன் பிடிச்சது?
ஏன் பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னா
honest சொல்லும்னா my parents forced me in this, so I accepted.
லவ்னா பையனுக்கு பொண்ணு மேலேயும் பொண்ணுக்கு பையன் மேலேயும் வர்றதா இல்லவா? ஏன் பொண்ணும் பையனும் லவ் பண்ணக்கூடாதா? அதை பற்றி பேசலாம்.
ஆக்சுவலி அவ கொடுத்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிஸ் தான் அவன் மேலே லவ் வந்துச்சுன்னே சொல்லலாம். தீஸ் ஃப்ளாஸ் ஆஃப் யூ.
யாரும் பேத்தடி வயசாயிடுச்சு என்ன பண்ணுகிற பத்தியா நீ?
லவ்ல எங்கடா வயசு வருது? பிளடி ராஸ்கல்ஸ்.
லவ்னா லவ்தான் ஜாலியா ப்ரோ.
காதல் இன்னும் அவ்வளோ ரொமான்டிக்கான விஷயம்லாம் இல்லை.
காதல்னாலே பெயின் தானே.
ஆனா அங்க சுத்தி இருந்த கூட்டத்துக்கு அந்த காதலை தாண்டி பல கதைகள் தேவைப்பட்டது.
அந்த பையன் முகத்தை பாரு, அவன் ட்ரெஸ் பாரு, இவன் காட்டு பூனைக்காரன், இவன் நாட்டு பூனைக்காரி.
நான் ஒரு காட்டு பூனை எடுத்தோனே காதலிக்க கூடாதா?
Okay, wild cat, domestic cat. Which are you?
Yeah.
I'm a stray.
I'm a stray cat. That reminded me a lot of Euphoria. It's a series on HBO, I believe, in America, but it has that same very contemporary, feels very inside young people and their lives today, and how it's a lot more fluid and there's a lot more acceptance. And of course, there's the outside of that where all the trouble comes in, and it looked like of course there's all the hate and the politics but I thought it was interesting because imagine being in that society where the arranged marriages are happening, and I'm guessing as I'm looking at that there was an arranged marriage and it looks like one or both of them are gay and they're trying to go, now what do we do?
Right.
Right.
So I love that idea. That's amazing that you're inside this relationship going that was very Looked
yeah,
beautifully produced, really slick.
it's
Yeah,
you know
looked
it's a
great.
topic that we all know about. It's just out there, and
Yeah.
so we don't live in India ourselves, and here it's portrayed in it's the same sort of thing, but over there there's that rich tradition, and there's arranged marriage is a much bigger part of a life there. So that really that's really interesting, the tug and pull of that versus finding who you really want to be, which you can't really say. It's like, my God, if I'm gay in India but I'm arranged to marry this woman or man, just like, wow, it's intense.
I know.
And it points out also that there's a strange truth behind the idea of tradition that is hard to accept. When people say, "Oh, I love the old traditions. I love the old days. I wish things would go back to simpler times." A lot of times people say that and they don't realize what they're saying. They're saying, it's like, yeah, maybe in America when people say that, usually when somebody says, "Oh, I wish things were simple and good and honest and everything was so wonderful and good and like the way it was in the 40s and 50s," it's like, well, whoever's saying that, guarantee they're a white guy.
Definitely
white.
Exactly.
White man.
Straight white person.
Yes.
White man. Yeah. And it's because it's this imaginary idea that the 1950s were this peaceful, beautiful time when everybody could just, walk down the streets and there was no crime. It's like, nah, it wasn't really like that. And so when you talk about traditions, sometimes people talk about, we should respect the old ways and the old traditions. It's like, yeah, in certain ways, yeah. I mean, the traditions of architecture and art and maybe education and certain things about traditional, certain traditional values, but then there's some traditional values that we need to get rid of, because I mean, slavery was a tradition for a very long time. That's not a good one. Also hatred of gay people is a tradition for many years.
We're supposed to evolve.
Yeah,
and that's what we
need
do.
to
Become better at better people, and that's what this is about. And so this movie shows that, like, this group of young people that are obviously talking around a campfire or at a beach about what love is.
Yeah.
And then so they all seem to have that connection, but then they have to go out in into the real world and deal with family or whatever, traditions.
And it seems like there's sort of a drama department or something. They're putting on a performance.
Yeah, it looks like they're like theater students or something. Yeah, definitely. And you're right about, like, time doesn't stand still, and there've been a lot of advances, whether it's science or medical or whatever. And when that starts happening, you can't not only is it racist and sexist and full of misogyny and everything else and homophobia, all of these issues need to go away, because we're now learning that this fantasy of what the like, say, the 40s or 50s in America had nothing it was about marginalizing everyone else. They just had to be quiet and out of sight. Then everything was good. Yeah. But that's not letting humans and it was good live and love people. Who they want. It's like, you should always be able to be who you want to be. It's your life,
Of course.
Good for certain people. There was some people who had great lives because of the fact that other people were being oppressed,
Exactly.
And some people were hidden from that. There's a lot of people who grew up and didn't realize that the fact that they had these happy lives was because someone else was suffering, You
just were ignorant to it. I was.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just what it is. So, but this looks like it also looks fun too. Hopefully there's a lot of fun stuff.
I love the music. The music sounded great. And I love the polish, the lights, and the slickness to it. Like, it reminded me a little of Fame.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
It's like this theater group, and then they're all kind of discovering things about themselves and each other, and then
they're intertwined stories, and maybe it corresponds to the performance that they're putting on. There's probably some metaphor.
Performance. It looks really intriguing.
The casting is cool because it's sort of like a wide range of different types of people, and the look. So it looked very fresh. Let's put that.
Really thought this looked amazing. So definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So
it looks like a cool one.
Natchathiram Nagargiradhu. Oh God, I screwed it up. Sorry.
The star moves, and actually, I think we saw another translation. The stars
moves across the sky.
Moves across the sky, right?
Yeah, which kind of makes more sense.
That's really, that does make sense.
I can say that.
Coming August 31st.
That's soon.
Yes, like
August 31st. That's like 10 days away.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then we'll do a review of it. I don't know where it's coming out, but we'll find it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys. See ya.